Good day, guys. My name is David, and today we'll be discussing providing first aid to a person who has just experienced an electric shock, or is experiencing an electric shock. What is an electric shock? An electric shock is a painful and a dangerous physiological effect caused by a sudden discharge of electricity or electric current to a part of the body. Now we have a patient who's experiencing an electric shock, and the first step in the process of delivering first aid is to turn off the electric source. Turn off the power from the electric source, which I do that on the socket on the wall, and we can observe that the victim was in contact with a live wire, an exposed wire, which is this. Now that I've turned it off, I can remove this. After this, the next step is to check the patient's breathing, which I'm going to do. I take my cheek and then actually it's supposed to be this way. Okay, I observe that the patient is still breathing. Now I check for the radial pulse of the patient. Now the patient's pulse is about 50, which is below the normal range. After doing this, the next step is to summon medical help. I'd call 911. Hello? 911, we have an emergency here. There's just experienced an electric shock, and we're on Bond Street, and we need you to come as fast as you can. Okay, thank you. After doing this, you administer CPR. However, in this case, I would not be administering CPR because it's done in the other video. If you administer CPR, you only administer CPR if it's necessary. If it's not necessary, you do not need to administer CPR. And once the breathing in the patient is restored, so what I'll do is I'll check again to see if the breathing is restored in our patient. Okay, now breathing is restored in our patient. I'll then go on to check for burns. So I'll check for burns around his face area. And no burns. I'd also check for other injuries. No injuries. The next step is to just allow the patient to lie down and be comfortable whilst we're awaiting medical help. And after this, medical help comes and the